So by now, Midnight Chasers is really starting to gather some momentum, and personally, this game really reminds me of Prime Driving Empire. Personally speaking, this is one of the games I play the most off camera and have made the most friends in. Period. But let's go back to the whole Prime Driving Empire thing. Is it true that Midnight Chasers has caught up to the most popular driving game on Roblox? Or is it overhyped? Well, there's only one way to find out. Sit tight as we dive into comparing both Midnight Chasers and Driving Empire head to head in a showdown against each other. Trust me, you don't wanna miss it. Alright, let's talk visuals. Let's have a look at Midnight Chasers. The moment you spawn in, you can tell this game is going for that photorealistic look with realistic lighting, shadows, colors, and the overall style in the game. Now this is Driving Empire. Yeah, stark difference, isn't it? Not only does the lighting actually suck, it is worse than itself. Here's a photo of Driving Empire in 2023 versus now. The lighting, instead of bringing out the realism, makes the game look even more cartoony. It doesn't even help in optimization. And oh, we'll get to the optimization issues in a bit. But we're just getting started. On to the next topic. This is where the cracks start showing for Driving Empire. This is a footage of me doing rush hour with my fellow friends. For the record, I have a pretty decent PC with me and I am barely getting 10 FPS. This game becomes unplayable during races. Meanwhile, this is me doing a race in Midnight Chasers. Absolutely no lag issues. This game, looking nearly 10 times better than Driving Empire, even runs better than Driving Empire. So how is that possible? In my honest opinion, I think Midnight Chasers is much more well optimized compared to Driving Empire. Driving Empire absolutely flexes here. Over 250 cars, including real-life license models from McLaren, Porsche, Noble, Lamborghini, and even more. Each car feels and looks really premium until you drive it. And we'll get to the driving part later on in the video. Midnight Chasers? No licenses, but very good car variety. The car variety means no two cars drive and feel the same. You can actually feel a difference in handling between them. Driving Empire's map is huge. Cities, highways, back roads, racetracks. But riddle me this. How many of you have actually regularly driven around most parts of the map? The Driving Empire map is huge, but it feels like a wasteland when you're not near the city. It kind of has the same issues as the Crew too. You have the entire US map, but most of it is empty and lacks detail. Same with Driving Empire. I would much rather prefer a smaller map with more detail than a big barren wasteland. Which, taking the example of the Crew, Ubisoft sort of fixed it with the Crew Motorsport. Midnight Chasers has a smaller map, yes, but it's tight and intentional. Most of the map is actually nicely detailed. The maps are not big in size, but they are realistic and detailed. The roads also feels like the devs actually expect you to drive on them. Taking the example of Shutoku, I am pretty sure all the roads on that map you somehow drive on in the 5 races you have on there. The map design feels intentional and suited for competition, which I really liked. Alright, do we really need to go into detail about this? As someone who has played multiple Roblox games, I can tell you, Driving Empire's chassis is the worst of any driving game on Roblox. The cars are way too fast, turn way too sharply, lack any amount of weight, and don't even get me started on the stupid air control. The chassis on the game is genuinely one of the worst, and I really hope Volix actually does something to make the chassis better. That's the whole point of a driving game. You can't expect players to keep playing the game when the core gameplay makes you want to throw up. Midnight Chaser solos Driving Empire in this regard. Each car handles differently. Each car has weight. Some cars you need to learn to drive them. Cars feel rewarding to drive, and most importantly, cars actually drive like cars in this game. Compared to Driving Empire, where the average Hennessy can go close to airliner speeds, here's Driving Empire's biggest flex: licensed car brands. Cars which Voldex pay the companies for permission to put in Driving Empire. Driving Empire was the first game to do this, and it has become a new industry standard in the car game genre ever since. The fact that a Roblox game can do this still boggles my mind to this day. And the first licensing of Driving Empire came out a year and a half ago. The fact that these cars will never be removed from Driving Empire is a feat of its own, and it's a feat which very few car games has done to this day. Midnight Chasers, while unlicensed, still nails the designs. The cars are incredibly detailed. You can get up close and personal with these cars, and it still looks good. I can assure you this game probably has the best car quality for an unlicensed car. But there's always that fear of cars getting removed due to copyright. It's happened before with Lambo, Ford, and very recently, Aston Martin. If you want to see a full rundown of all the pros and cons of Driving Empire and Midnight Chasers side by side, I'd suggest you to pause the video or take a look at the list being provided now. As a conclusion, I'd like to say that I have made this list regarding my own experiences with both of these games, and I have made this video as unbiased as I can to both the games listed in the video. This video is simply meant to compile and document the pros and cons of both games and not to throw shade or glaze one over another. I'm simply stating the facts. So, which game should you play then? Well, it all depends on you and what kind of game entices you. If you want brand prestige, a giant catalog, and an easy game to play and get into, Driving Empire is for you. But if you're chasing the thrill, crave competitive gameplay, and want driving that actually feels good, Midnight Chasers is your highway to heaven. And with that, we conclude today's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to slap a like, maybe even subscribe, and I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, take care everybody.